So I jumped on TikTok for a minute and quick thought about charting, being a charting artist as well as being on TikTok videos, whether it be your track being featured on a headbang video, a shuffle video, somebody headbanging or shuffling to your music. And it's really important that you be very careful to not get caught up in envying or chasing those achievements. It's not to say that charting isn't valuable. It's not to say that having your music used in a shuffle video or a headbang video isn't valuable. It is, but look at the many, many people that are charting or are having their music used in a shuffle video or are having their music used in a headbang video, and what it really got them. I'm not talking about if they're a huge artist. I'm talking about find a mid-level artist that recently charted, say in the Beatport, house top 100, and maybe make it practical because it's fairly unlikely that someone like you or I will have a number one hit instantly. So go to maybe like someone who just broke in, like at like 100 or 99, 98, and go to someone who maybe you've really never heard of that has a shuffle video, and see what it really did for them. Because in my experience, it didn't do much. It was nice to brag about charting. It's nice when people shuffle to your videos. It's not that there's not deep appreciation there. I'm talking about, and you have to understand what I'm saying here. I'm talking about looking at it from a business, like an ROI angle. So what was the return on that investment? Not much, unless there's some kind of huge anomaly where, that top 100 breaks into the top 50, that breaks the top 20, that breaks the top 10, and even when I've done the top 10, even when I've done the top 5, still not much has happened from it. To me, what it comes down to is it's a lot like the music itself. Making one great song doesn't do much if there's no marketing budget behind it. Even if there's a decent marketing budget behind it, it's probably not the budget that a top artist has. So it's unlikely that that top song is going to go down as an infectious one-hit wonder or an infectious number one hit that was the beginning of your career. So my point is, you're going to have to recreate that again and again and again. Just like charting, again and again and again. And just like how one shuffle video probably won't spiderweb out to millions of people, you're going to need more like dozens, possibly even hundreds, and even better, thousands of people shuffling to your video shuffling to your song in their videos. So don't get distracted by charting. Don't get distracted by an influencer who says to you, if you pay me $100 or $1,000 or whatever the price is, I will shuffle to your song. Having those videos and that proof, those screenshots are great, but it really won't do as much for you as you maybe think it will. If you can rinse and repeat that process, I don't know, 100 times, 500 times, that's a different situation. But that's a budget that probably most of us won't even earn in 5 years. And even if you did, you still have money that needs to go to other things, like rent, food, car, responsibilities, updating your rig. So I'm not saying don't try to chart. I'm not saying that if you have an opportunity to work with somebody who's down to shuffle to your music or headbang to it, that's a bad thing. I'm just saying for independent artists who don't have an unlimited budget or a major label behind them that can essentially give them a loan, or have a network of influencers plugged in to make those videos, one shuffle video likely won't break you. And there are anomalies to that. I could be wrong. There's somebody out there that had one shuffle video that went viral, and but it probably wasn't. It's probably smoke and mirrors. It's probably not as cut and dry as it seems. Like, oh, this person just randomly used my music to shuffle to, and then magically I got 13 million other people doing it, or views on my YouTube, and it totally blew up and took on a life of its own. Organic reach just isn't really like that anymore. So having one song chart is fun. It's awesome. Having somebody use your music to shuffle to is fun and awesome. But it really, really, really is not likely gonna do much. I hate to say that because it doesn't, and it's easy to say that from my side because I've already had these things happen, but that's why I'm telling you, don't get too distracted by that stuff. It's great if you do achieve charting. It's great if you do have people using your music in their shuffle videos, but I wouldn't kick back, have that stuff happen, and then upon kicking back wonder why you don't have management or you didn't increase your fan base by tenfold because of it. It's just not the way it works. Like I said, it's just like making music. Having one great song with no marketing budget behind it, if you're not dumping money into marketing that song, don't wonder why you don't have management. Don't wonder why you don't have a fan base. You have no hard proof that anyone really even likes that song, because you haven't marketed it. And the same goes for the second song. And even if you could triple your budget, even if you could 10x your budget behind a song, it still likely won't be what you think it needs to be on its own. It needs to be a house built with multiple hits, a marketing budget that can handle multiple releases, multiple chartings, and really basically use that stuff as your product that is marketed to your fan base and slowly build your fan base over time. It's a game of patience and money and consistency. It is not about one song and then, dumping $500 into that song and wondering why it's not a world-class hit that went viral on TikTok and charted all over the place. The budget's too low, the competition is too high, and it's just imperative that you not get hung up on one song. You need to make it, market it, continue to market it, build your fan base with it, but while doing that, you need to be on to your second song, making that, eventually releasing that, eventually marketing that, eventually building your fan base through the marketing of that second song. Consistency, showing up again and again, that's what's going to get people to remember you. It's not just going to be a one-off thing, so keep that in mind, guys.